Hey everybody, how are you doing? I'm Diana and we're here with Filmmaker Focus NYC and we are once again in the Fantastic Village with Yaron Urbas. How are you today, Yaron?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good. Yaron is another fantastic filmmaker. You have a little different sort of start though. I believe you come from the world of finance, is that correct?
I do. Finance, IT as well. Definitely entrepreneurial efforts and all that good stuff. But yeah, definitely finance is one of my things, yeah.
And how would you say that has influenced your maybe filmmaking eye?
I think I tend to look at filmmaking from, as well as an artistic slant, I also look at it from a business slant as well. So I think about, the audience that this product is actually going to appeal to. Mm-hmm. I think about how I'm going to get the money to actually fund the project, that kind of thing. Yeah.
How challenging do you find getting funding for projects?
Well,
or do you think certain projects are easier to fund than others?
You know what? That's a good question. Definitely. I'm kind of creative. If I took a step back, I'd say that first I've started with the community, and the community is called Dedicated Actors Group. Mm-hmm. And the community is full of actors, creatives, meaning producers, writers, casting directors, etc., people in the film industry. And so in my mind, a good way to get money is to actually take it or kind of utilize the resources within that community, both not only their creative talent, but also their financial resources as well as their social capital. So in other words, people they know can help us figure out how to come together with the money. And it's not always money. Sometimes you need talent, sometimes you need equipment. These people may have that.
You need a location, I need a house, your car.
Exactly.
Your office.
Exactly.
Your yacht.
Food. Let's not forget food. You got to keep it.
That's right. We need your bagels.
That's right. We need your bagels. Full bellies make people happy.
And coffee. Right? Yes, they do. Okay, so this community that you're talking about, what is this exactly?
So, the Dedicated Actors Group is a community I started some time back, and the entire concept behind the community is how do we come together, share each other's resources, right, and help each other create content. It's targeted towards film, but of course it could be other projects like theater projects as well. And that's what that community is about. I have, going back to finance and business for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I decided a long time ago, I've been an actor for some time, and I decided a long time ago. Camera. Woo. That's what that guy over there is doing. Right?
Those are all the extras that we got for free for some realism. This is real filmmaking here, guys.
Doing good. So what we basically did. We'll just edit. See, I'm trying to get continuity there.
No, we can't even edit it out. You're going to get it all. It's all going to be there.
So I decided that I wanted, as an actor, I also wanted to create. I've had some wonderful experiences, but at the same time, I'm a big believer in creating your own opportunities. So I decided to become a filmmaker, a writer. It's myself. I decided first to start with building a community because I knew I couldn't do this by myself. So that's where the community fits in. But then I also realized, going back to what I said at the beginning, is that this community could actually be utilized for all of its benefits and to all of its resources in creating a movie. So the bottom line is, if I can create a good community and keep it blossoming and growing, we can create the films that we all want to create. And then there's that business side. How do I create those offerings of value to that community? How do they want to invest? Like, I'm not a big believer in Indiegogo and Kickstarter for making films.
Oh, you're not?
I'm not, no. I wouldn't
say...
Why would...
Yeah, say.
Now, it's my opinion. I'm not going to suggest that it's not right for everybody. But
he does not express the opinions of YouTube Filmmaker Focus. Just kidding.
Exactly. For all of our folks in Spain, Italy, Canada, and the general
It's his
US.
opinion only.
I like what Kickstarter and Indiegogo are doing in terms of creating opportunities for filmmakers to ask for money and creating a medium for that. Okay, I like that. For me personally, I think it's a one-time shot. In other words, you're a filmmaker, you want to make a movie, you go and ask for money. People will give it to you the first time. All your friends, all your family, and once you've run out of that, maybe a few friends, how are you going to get money the second time? You're going to go back to the well again?
That's a good point, actually. I've given in Kickstarter, so that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's right. Like, 5 times in, I might be like, really?
And
I've already done this for you 5 times.
That's exactly. I got to say, I get a Kickstarter and Indiegogo request every single day.
Yeah.
I have to pick and choose, and I don't want anyone to be offended if I don't invest in their project. But So my idea was, listen, guys, we want to make a movie. Back to my community. We want to make a movie. We all have the same belief system. We all have the same desire. Why don't we just come together, and why don't we create a situation where I make it possible for you to invest in making your own movie? And so, for example, I create workshops. I offer services of value, like creating reels, creating websites, things that actors pay for right now anyway, but they only get the benefit of the product. They don't get the potential of being casted in the project that they're investing in as well.
Hey.
So that's kind of a business, a little slant
Smart
on.
cookie, you.
Yeah, once in a while. Once in a while.
And so, how could somebody find this community if they were so interested or inclined to join it?
Well, there's two ways. First of all, you can go to Facebook. You can just look us up as Dedicated Space Actors Space Group. Okay, so just Dedicated Actors Group. Look us up, ask to join the community, and we'll add you. Another thing you do is just go to the website, dedicatedactorsgroup.com. That's it.
Nice. I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing some of you peeps out there on these groups. I like it.
Absolutely.
So, now, about projects that you have done or, that you will be doing, is there any certain kind of, because I know you're originally from Israel and you grew up in New York. Do you feel like that gives you a little different sensibility to, like, the human condition and stories? And what kind of stories do you tend to like to tell?
Yeah. I came here when I was about 4 years old. So I have, I went back to Israel for about a year, and I have a very extensive cultural background beyond Israel. I'm half Polish. My father was originally from Morocco. When I came to this country, it wasn't an easy settling. I went from school to school, community to community. I think in general, both culturally and also, I guess the right word is culturally, I've had a lot of different viewpoints. I've been immersed in many different cultures. So yeah, I think that lends to the types of projects I want to present. For example, I love diversity. My wife is Mexican, I love Latino culture. I love presenting that. I have a little sitcom I'm working on that talks about that. My best friend's family, who's Puerto Rican, pretty much adopted me when I was a kid. So I know what it's like to live in a Puerto Rican home, even though I'm some white dude from Israel. That comes into my content.
You also have an interest in psychology.
Yes, I do. I majored in psychology.
Nice.
And at one point I thought maybe I'd go into that practice, but I decided it wasn't for me. But yeah, psychology has benefited me.
It's New York,
it's
peeps.
It's all good.
That's how you know we're real.
The alarm goes off every time I see something really important. So that was really important. I hope you heard that.
Yeah.
So psychology. I have a broad background. My career was in IT. I was in sales in many different companies. I raised money for Merrill Lynch for a few years. Psychology has helped me in interacting with people and figuring out how to create win-wins for everyone. And I bring that into my filmmaking, and I bring that into my money-raising requirements as well. I try and structure win-wins. So, for example, when I make a film, I really think a lot about who's going to watch it. There's many artists. I have a good friend. I'll give you a very quick story. He's a musician. Sold his business to become a full-time musician in his early 30s. So that's pretty risky. Usually you do that. I did that as well for a few years. But you do that when you're a little younger.
That's right, because you taught yourself how to play the piano.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How was that?
It was cool. It was primarily.
How old were you when you did that?
I started playing the piano 19, 20.
Nice.
I was a lot of stress, and I just needed a way to release it. But I was also in music for about 3 years as a rapper. I was actually.
Oh my God!
No one ever looks at me and goes, "I believe that." I see that.
Can you do a little teeny rap for us then?
All right, why not? All right. Styles, many choices you could pick. I got kicked like a chitty chitty bang bang. What's up with the? And then some of it is kind of dirty, so let me see. What's it gonna be? Yeah, that's right. How about I do one that's already been out there? You remember Jump Around? Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. I came to win, battled me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, punk you better back up. Try and play the whole, and the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up. All right, so it's not karaoke, but it's good enough.
That was awesome.
So I dropped out of college for about 3 years, and I ended up on a small label. And I did that for, it started to actually pay the bills.
Not
a
that
little
we're
bit,
advocating dropping out of school or
No.
anything.
only quite, going back to what you said about having interesting experiences. I'm a big believer in education, but at the same time, I'm not a big believer that everyone should follow a track. Mm-hmm. The track approach isn't for everyone. Not everyone goes from high school to college straight to a career. Mm-hmm. I've never been that. I've been all over the place, and if I had gone the same track, that wouldn't have worked for me. And quite frankly, I wouldn't have had, in my opinion, wonderful, tons and tons of experiences,
No, I mean, I am a big believer in education as well. I am, but it's interesting that you should say that because we spoke with Adam Taylor a little bit earlier today, which you met from the movie Grow. I learned to say it the right way. And, I mean, he did go to film school, and not that he was saying that it wasn't necessarily a bad experience, because it wasn't, but he was talking about how everything he learned there, he learned so much on the job doing it. So he isn't even so sure if, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know exactly sure what I'm saying with that. But
I agree with you. Education's a big thing for me. I've had to, in my life, I've had to teach myself a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
School did a part of what it needed to do, but for me, I always needed to just reach out to that book, read it, learn it, and then apply it.
Yeah. And I think as long as maybe you're actually learning from what it is that you're doing. I mean, there's so many people can do so many things and go through the motions and really didn't even learn anything from it. I mean, even life itself. Things are thrown at you, challenges, and did you actually learn something from it? Then it was valuable. If it wasn't, not that it's not valuable, you're going to get it again.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
How many times do we need to be hit by a bus to know that you don't run out in front of one?
Right.
Oh my God.
People need to, to throw in another metaphor, you got to touch fire, you got to get burnt once in a while, but hopefully not twice, 'cause that's not good, because you burn around, you'd be like a flame. Oh my God, I'm getting
that would
burnt.
not be good. It might hurt. Like, I have enough creams for all that.
Yeah.
So you were saying that you're working on, can you tell us a little bit about like New York, something that you're working on, correct?
New York is a fantastic project from Horsefly Productions with John Bodine and Eva Bodine, beautiful people. And it's a pilot sitcom that actually has recently been submitted to the New York Television Festival. Mm-hmm. The project is about a young writer that comes to New York from Indiana, and he works in a restaurant like many creatives in the middle. In the middle of their
no idea what that's like.
No,
none whatsoever.
Exactly.
What? I don't even know what a restaurant is.
Exactly. When you're an actor, an actress, a writer, what happens? You come here and it happens, right?
Exactly.
You can't fail. It's impossible.
People bring me my food. They bring it to me.
Success is here. So wherever you are in the world, just come here. You'll automatically succeed. And if you, don't look for me if it doesn't happen. But
or me neither.
But he's a young writer. He comes here. He works at a restaurant, and there's all these crazy characters. From his peers, the staff, the wait staff, and then there's these crazy customers, and I'm one of them. I'm the chocolate guy, and I'm obsessed with everything that's chocolate. I'm just a nut, and it was kind of cool because it was going to be a small part, and they turned it into a reoccurring part after I did a lot of improv and stuff, and so that is actually slated to be. There's going to be a little small private premiere in August. But the idea is eventually we're going to be monetizing this. They're trying to get a distribution through the networks. But they may go at it on their own. Mm-hmm. So that'll be cool.
Well, I mean, what an asset to have you in the project because, you'll come up with all kinds of great ideas for them to do that.
Yeah, I'm a nut. I'm crazy.
You're a crazy chocolate guy.
I like saying I'm crazy, though. My family, my nieces and nephews, they're like, Theo, you're crazy. And I always look at them and I go, I like being crazy. I think living in this world and trying to be sane is just not for me. So I bring that into the chocolate guy, and I get to be very crazy, and I love that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Is there any way that if anybody wanted to see your craziness and your chocolateness and all of these fantastic things that they could find it?
I like that. My chocolateness.
Your
That's great. Yes, there is. You can certainly go to YouTube. You can type up my name if you're bored. It's Yaron, Yaron space Urbas, Urbas. You can see tons of my stuff there. Let's see. I actually haven't put up a website, which I should have done a long time ago. But if you go there, you'll see enough of me, I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, Yaron, it has been so fun talking to you. I absolutely have enjoyed this immensely. But what else do we have coming up? What can we expect to see from you? What's going on when we need our chocolate Yaron fix?
Absolutely.
How are we going to get that?
Absolutely. Outside of my comedic work, there's some other stuff going on. I was fortunate enough to land a role in a History Channel special called "The Men Who Built America." It actually just wrapped, and that's going to be released on the History Channel as a mini-series. I play Hugh O'Donnell, who's a real-life, he's an activist. He was a union activist during the whole era when the Carnegies kind of ruled the world, the power barons during the Industrial Revolution of America. Hugh O'Donnell was for the worker, which is very relevant to what's happening in our economy and our world right now, right? A lot of people feel like they can't get ahead. So I have my opinions on that, but this isn't a political discussion. So Hugh O'Donnell was kind of a good guy, if you will, and I use that cautiously. But he was the good guy. He was the labor activist. He united the workers, and he fought against these power barons, these very wealthy people. So that's going to be released at this point. I think it's October, November. So look for it on the History Channel. Look for me as Hugh O'Donnell. I'm also right now in production in a project called Family Circus, and I play this writer. It's also another based on a true story. I seem to play a lot of real people. I don't know why.
I guess, that's just how it is.
Just
sometimes.
how it is, yeah. So it's called the Family Circus. It's going to be on the Discovery Channel. I don't know when it's going to air, but I have a small part in that as well. And outside of that, there's a few scripts I've been writing, and I plan on actually filming one next year. I can't talk more about that yet. Getting the money, and we're almost there. So there's a lot of stuff happening.
We know you're going to get it.
I think we will.
I think you will.
Thank you for the confidence.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. You don't mind investing $100,000 as well, do you?
Let me write you a check right now. Hold on. Oh, it's in my car.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm always hustling.
I got it in the glove compartment of the car parked around the corner. Hold on.
I can make change. It's not a
good.
problem.
Thank God. All right. Well, Yaron, again, it's been a pleasure meeting with you and talking and letting everyone get to know you. And so let's keep an eye out for this firecracker. All right. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. That was a lot of fun.